Hello everyone, hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are looking at the studio series Bumblebee movie number 85 Arcee. I think it's funny, this is 85, and then they also came out with the studio series 86 of Arcee, which there she is. And I just happened to kind of run into her when I was at Target the other day, walking off after dinner. And was like, oh, hey, cool. Didn't know she was out yet. So I grabbed her. And I believe it was the same day that Arcee's video went live. And of course, here she is with Bumblebee Movie Prime. My Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee, is no longer in existence. You can thank my cats for that. Oh, he just loves not wanting to stand. To be fair, I did let my younglings play with him quite a bit. So he'll just be here to compare the screen look to him. And I said, Kitty, and now she is going to meow. Misty, say hi to the audience. Yeah, whatever. So, we'll set 86 over to the side. We'll set Prime to the side. We're looking at the packaging. Once again, the oh so wonderful windowless box. Arcee from the movie on the side. Arcee on the back. 23 steps. Cybertronian cycle. Canada would be proud of that. And now let's get her out of the box and take a look at how cool she is. Okay, well, there she is in robot mode. She is having a significant issue standing. Go over a few points real quick before I do articulation. The design cues on her match up really well with Prime. You can see similarities such as here on the elbow and forearm joints. They got similar design philosophy. Highly detailed, but yet still retaining a G1 aesthetic. But in background, you can see her set piece she comes with. And put her up next to Studio Series Arcee. And notice she's very short. It kind of surprised me, actually, to see that. You know, Studio Series Arcee, I know I've got her splayed out a little bit, but here she is next to Studio Series Hot Rod. And they work well together. And here she is next to Earthrise Arcee. Minus kibble. So, she's a good looking figure. Like I said, she's a short one. Of the recent Arcees we've gotten. You know, no one else has mentioned this that I've seen in other reviews of her. She reminds me of the Energon Arcee. The first time she was a motorcycle. And that Arcee was the first Arcee we got as a figure. Actual transforming figure. Before that, it was the Hero Cybertron PVC figures, like EA tall. But, you know, the more I look at this Arcee, the more she grows on me. But like I said, I think this one will eventually just be in vehicle mode because it is so spot on perfect. And this is my movie shelf Arcee. So, you know, I drug them all out to compare them. And also, I brought out a couple other Arcees because it goes to the design philosophy of her being a bike. And my favorite bike Arcee is from Transformers Prime. Actually, she is my favorite Arcee. Pretty much Prime is my favorite series. I grew up watching G1, but I love Prime for the story and for the characterizations of the Autobots and Decepticons. Prime's really good. I love Prime. This RID Prime Arcee has got some 3D printed parts from Shapeways on her, because I could not stand the weapons they gave them. I have a first edition Arcee somewhere, but I have not been able to locate her. And then we have the Legacy Class Arcee, or the Legacy, Transformers Legacy Deluxe Arcee, Prime G1 style. And there we go. And I just basically gave her one of this Arcee's guns, so she'd have something more interesting to hold. Not a real big fan of them Energon discs on her arms. And as you can see, when you look at them all together, they all come out same height, except for she's shorter. She's stockier. She's more built. She's thick, as they would say. Believe that's how, was it Jobby? I don't think I've seen Jobby's video on this one yet. But somebody, oh, I believe it was Gay Forme, was commenting on how thick she is. And she is. You know, she's a thick girl. And yeah. She got a nice set of robotic bumps there, with a nice little triangle don't touch me zone. So let's look at her articulation. Her head is on a ball joint, side to side. Can do 360. She can look way up and somewhat, yeah, pretty good down. Arms are on a universal, so 360, full 90 straight out, no problem. We got a bicep swivel. We have a single, it looks like it should be a double. Aha, double jointed elbow. So, her elbows work just like his. That's cool. No wrist articulation except for a pivot in. That's probably due to transformation. She's got these dinky little guns. She has a waist swivel. She can do the full Van Damme and the full Monty. Knees look like they can go past 90. Nope, just 90. And we'll talk about that. Her feet cannot move. And when you have them in this unlocked, it gives you a rocker. But the problem is, unlocked, she can't stand, and she already has issues with that as is. These fender covers are on ball joints, and you can swivel them and tilt them whichever way you want. I like them nice and compact. And these do not lock in all that well. So, she have ab crunch. No, we will not call that an ab crunch. Yeah. Alrighty, so there's her articulation. Let's get her transformed up and take a look at her vehicle mode. Alright, there she is in her Cybertronian bike mode. Not a bad looking way to do a transformer, besides the hands thing. But Arcee as a bike has always had visible hand syndrome and sometimes a visible head syndrome, and yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of tucked in there enough that you, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know that's her head. But it looks good. I like the colors. I like the shade of pink. Nice dark shade. Kind of fixed with the realism of the movies. And the fact that she's using her guns as afterburners are, well, that's nice. Is an interesting take on her. Either that or she fires at things while she's escaping. Which, I never understood why a lot of things didn't do that. I mean, you can obviously tell it's a very extreme yoga robot here, but at least a lot of her transformation is contained within her torso. Like, this is the backpack part right here. All this folds up, flips around, and does all kinds of crazy stuff to get her head up here, which is currently residing all the way up there on that armature. Now, I called her a Cybertronium bike. She's a trike. So, or I guess a quadricycle, but she's still cool. I like it. Missed a few pegs. Let me get her cleaned up here. There we go. Oddly enough, that helped the hand thing. So there we go. I didn't realize these didn't peg in here and here, so when you transform her, make sure of that. Also, these don't like to stay together on mine. These are a off-center friction fit. I got two teeth that are supposed to line up and press in like so, and they don't do it. I've got everything pushed together as about as much as it can go, and it just barely stays. Luckily, I probably won't be displaying her in this form. I might store her like this for the time being until I get my new display built. Here she is with the last Studio Series Arcee I reviewed. Like I said, this is an absolute glorious figure. Especially for G1 Arcee mode. I feel like I forgot some panels somewhere. Not that it matters all that much. I mean, it's still great mode. Very screen accurate. Would have liked to have those painted. And that painted. Wait, that's... yeah. But anyway. At least she's got the back to her car. So here she is with this. They look good together. Put her aside here. Here she is with Prime Arcee as a bike. Here she is with Legacy Deluxe Arcee as a bike. And while we're at it, we're going to do a real quick little thing. I recommend getting this figure. It is pretty cool. If you like the Bumblebee designs or modern, unique looks for G1 characters, I recommend her. But let's talk about these two. So this is supposed to be a G1 version of this. And, I mean, I can see it. But, I mean, come on. This is a Kawasaki Ninja, and this is a cheap knockoff from China. I mean, you can kind of see that in the design. It just, I don't know. I'm not real sure how I feel about Contortionist Arcee here as a bike. It took me longer to remember how this transformed. Tip. If you happen to forget, her legs go over her shoulders and then split, and half of them go up to her head and the other half make the rear wheel. And this one just folds up into a ball, basically, that resembles a bike. I still prefer this one, but I'm partial. This is a neat figure. I know they're doing several remolds of her. Flame War, I think, is one of them. Got that new one from Speedia 500 collection. Not sure I'm going to get them all because I'm not a real big fan of this bike mode. But you know, if you like it, cool. I got it because it's Arcee. And go back to the star of this video. I figured since I had those out, I'd just do a real quick overview on them since they're kind of related. And there she is, Studio Series Bumblebee movie, number 85 Arcee. Find her at stores everywhere currently. You can find her on the shelf at Target. I mean, if I find it, anybody can. So, with that, I'm going to call this an end to the video, and I'll see you next time. Be good to each other.